And that's the problem with the Democratic Party. This narrative that they all want to hold on to.
Yes.
Because he knows better than that.
He knows, yeah.
He absolutely knew better than that.
Both of them people weren't poor on there.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, what did he say? He said that most black people are doing worse than we were doing before civil rights movement.
Wrong.
I know. I'm like, that. Where do you get this from? No.
Yeah.
That's not true. And then, that's not true.
It's not.
Listen, what's happening, the way I understand.
Here's the thing. If you go to the projects, yeah, most black people here in the projects are doing worse than they were. But that's not most black people.
That's not most black. Again, that's 20% of our population. Yes. And it is not to discount what's going on there. We all have to champion people who want to get out of that and to make sure that the schools and everything get what they need so that people can educate themselves and have an opportunity to improve their lives.
And one way to do that is by not telling most black people that most black people are poor. You're just poor. You're just going to bet. Sorry, it's just going, unless the government does something for you, you're going to be poor.
Right. That's not our experience. And that's what they're telling the whole world.
Yeah.
They're spreading this as well.
Yes.
And that's where you get, see, the more we talk about this stuff, the more we could get in trouble with people.
You not get in trouble with nobody. You sound like a Republican.
Have you started recording?
Yes.
Okay. Hey. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. Welcome to Honey WTF podcast. I'm Shonda.
I'm Raphael.
All right.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. All right. We have a pretty packed show because we got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Because there's been a lot of shakeup on MSNBC. Lots of hosts lost their job. Their jobs. And let's see, the NAACP Image Awards happened over the weekend, which was pretty cool. There were a lot of highlights there. And some interesting things in politics.
Yeah, right? Politics. It looks like these town hall meetings are, the people are speaking out.
Yeah.
This is not what they want. And these Republican congressmen are not giving the right answers.
At all.
So we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah. So we got a lot to dig into. So let's get started.
Okay.
All right. So first off, let's start with the happy stuff. The NAACP Image Awards.
All right.
I thought that was a really good show. I watched through it really quickly. I fast forwarded. I just watched it before we went on the air. So anyway, there are some highlights that I noted. First off, we do want to speak about the red carpet.
Okay.
And David Banner being an absolute menace.
Yeah.
One of the ladies.
Speak about David Banner in his game. Okay.
On the red carpet.
In his Mac game.
Oh my God.
Making the young girls melt.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've.
What was that? Did you melt too?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
It's the constant eye contact. It's like,
I give you eye contact.
You do, and you do.
Okay.
And you reap the benefits of that.
Well, that was when I look at it, I'm like, this is how Shonda used to look when I used to look at her.
Yeah,
but we've been together a long time. This was many years ago.
I still do, actually. You just don't look at me like that, really. I can't take you seriously. It's not like that. Don't do that. That's not the look. I know the look. So here, we're going to go ahead and play this little clip of David Banner, again, being a menace. So let's see.
Tonight.
You have such beautiful teeth.
Oh my God, thank you. Don't flatter me. What does black excellence mean to you?
I'm looking at it.
Who is someone that believed in you when the world did not believe in you?
You.
Yes, he's hilarious. He never stops with the eye contact, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's that eye.
And he had all the right answers.
He did. He did.
You know.
He didn't even let her finish her last question. He just went, you.
But
She's like, I can't with you right now.
To me, it's good to see a black man genuinely appreciating a black woman.
Yeah.
Not disrespecting her.
At all.
And actually exhorting her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your black excellence.
Yeah. I think
your beautiful tea, you're beautiful and all that. And just that's great, That she is not there, she doesn't have to be twerking or nothing to get the attention. She's just doing what she does.
She's just doing her black job.
Yeah. That's it.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah. That is.
That was really cool.
So we give props to David Banner for that.
Big props.
Yep. And the young lady as well.
And the young lady. And she is lovely.
For doing her job.
Beautiful teeth, beautiful eyes, beautiful skin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Deon co-hosted the NAACP Awards. And his opening monologue was like the best thing. Did you sent that to me, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh my gosh. Now I have to.
I was rolling when I heard that.
Oh my gosh. I gotta find it. That one I didn't save it for some reason.
Yeah, and we're guilty. We didn't see the BET Awards.
No, the NAACP.
The NAACP.
I watched it.
We didn't watch it. You watched? Oh,
I just finished watching
but you didn't watch it last night when it came on.
It wasn't last night. It was on Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, well, you didn't watch it Sunday. I know you didn't. Neither did I.
I was sleeping.
So we late in the game.
We are.
This is actually Monday's news.
Yeah, but still.
Yep.
It's cool. I'm still trying to get that. But anyway, he started his monologue. He did a prayer.
Yeah.
For Kanye. I've got to find this thing because it's just hilarious. Go ahead while I find it because I know it's in here.
Go ahead. What?
Say something.
You should have had it.
I know.
Okay, this is why we need to do preparation before we start, right? For everybody, you can learn from us. When you do a podcast, always prepare first and have everything ready that you're going to do. We have it all written down. We had it planned out, but somehow we did not cue everything so it's ready to go.
We sure did not.
Yeah, so next time, or when you do your stuff, you learned from us that you must cue all your clips before you start your podcast.
Yeah, and especially when you can't find what it is that you're looking for.
And that's podcasting is fun, but it is challenging.
It is.
We produce another podcast. It's called Keep the Change.
Yeah.
Keep the Change podcast. It's on YouTube, and there's usually 4 co-hosts speaking, and they're actually on these same couches in the same room. It's my son, but they do a real good job at what they do. Keep looking.
I have it.
Okay. Okay, let it rip.
Give me grief.
So what is the clip that you're showing?
The clip I'm showing is Deon Cole leading a prayer.
Really?
At the NAACP Awards. And
we want you to bless
and
cover our brother Kanye West, Lord. We want you to
Kanye
cover
West.
with your blood, Lord. Our musical genius went from making wonderful beats to swastika t-shirt. Wife too, Lord.
Cover his wife.
She's been very naked out here, Lord.
That's another thing.
A scarf or a bow tie or a ribbon or something, Lord. Just cover her with your blood, Lord.
A ribbon.
And cover this sold-out audience tonight, Lord. And yes. And speaking of sold out, bless that sister Candace Owens, Lord. Just bring her back to us. She gone too far, Lord.
She gone too far.
Lord, we want you to bless our brother Kurt Franklin, Lord. Just give him some more church-worthy clothes to wear on tour, Lord. And we bind that twerk spirit that's been in him. Ooh, we don't want to see Twerk Franklin no more.
Twerk Franklin.
A lot of people losing their minds, man. A lot of them losing their minds. And I'm going to tell you why I think people are losing their mind. They lack prayer. That's what's wrong with a lot of people.
Okay, so this clip cut short the Shannon Sharp. It didn't go in on the Shannon Sharp. The Shannon Sharp part was funny too.
Okay.
He was saying, his clothes are too tight.
Yeah.
And the 8th graders are walking around trying to find clothes, and Shannon got them all.
That was a good one.
That was good, and he was a good sport.
That was the best. Yeah, that was the best one because he was there. They showed him, and he heard that, and he couldn't help himself, but he was like, "Oh my God."
Because he's forever getting roasted for his clothes anyway. So that's hilarious. That was really good.
And he was a good sport with that.
He was a very good sport.
He wasn't mad one bit.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
You can't help but laugh when when Deon capping on you. You can't help but laugh.
I think Deon's a good comedian. He's a silly comedian. You're not going to go there for no think pieces or, no political humor or satire or anything. You're just gonna go there for silly humor. You're gonna go see him for silly humor.
He touches on a little bit though.
He can. I mean, there was a special and he was talking about the loss of his mom and stuff and everything, but a lot of it is really silly humor. A lot of that around the in-depth or personal stuff. It's a lot of silly humor.
It is. There's a lot of silly, but it's not.
It's not stupid.
In my opinion, it's not to the level of silliness of, I got less for the words.
Kevin Hart?
Not Kevin Hart, the one that was on next Fridays.
Mike Epps?
Mike Epps.
Yeah, Mike Epps does.
He's above Mike Epps when it comes, he's not on, because Mike Epps is just straight silly.
Yeah, Mike Epps stand-up isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, I think he's a step up from that.
I think so.
Maybe 2-3 steps.
But he had Mike Epps laughing in the audience,
he did.
Too. He had all the comedians that were there laughing, and that's a.
And not to say that Mike Epps is silly, but that's just how he delivers his comedy, I guess. Because I know he got a brain.
Oh, absolutely.
He's an intelligent guy.
He's intelligent.
He knows a lot,
he's philanthropic.
But
and I do love, you don't watch it, but I love me some Upshaws.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. All right. So let's see. What else came? Oh, Ledisi sang.
Oh, really?
At the NAACP Awards. And I am so happy to see her out and doing her thing and getting noticed. I know she has a following because the woman's voice is so unique and just amazing.
Yeah.
And during the Super Bowl, when she sang "Lift Every Voice," she did for that song what Whitney Houston did for "Star Spangled Banner" for me. I mean, she sung that song.
She sang
the most beautiful. It was the most beautiful rendition I'd ever heard of that song. It's like, oh my gosh. So, and she looked amazing in the white gown and the Diana Ross-esque hair and stuff. So I'm really glad that she's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to a new album. Oh, she did have a new album. Well, she didn't have a new album, but she did a few of Nina Simone's songs a few years back. I'm just now discovering that. And it was amazing. What were you going to say?
Speaking of the Super Bowl, the White House had a phone call with the Eagles.
Oh.
And they said no.
Was it they actually...
We're not going to the White House.
Did they... Really?
Yes.
Because I read that they did not get an official invite.
Yeah. So that's how they're going to put it. But yeah, they called and they said, no, we're not doing it. We good.
Good.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Of course not. What the hell for?
No.
You know they tried, because if they asked the question, when you guys come or invited, because if they get them to come, then it just makes them more normalizes them, right?
Yeah.
But they was like, nah, we not going. We cool.
I appreciate the people who stand up to this administration and everything.
Y'all came to the game and rooting for KC anyway.
It's yeah. There are heroes in our midst, and they'll be coming out more.
And with that said, I ordered us some Eagles jerseys.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
You did not.
I did.
When they coming?
They coming. When they coming? What do you mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got some Eagles jerseys.
Okay.
That's good. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Kim Wayans. Well, the Wayans family it was Keenan. They honored him. The entire family. I think they honored the entire family, but they spoke significantly of Keenan, who wasn't there. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him.
I know.
But everyone else was there, and I saw Kim Wayans is looking marvelous. That woman has not aged at all. She is just radiant.
Okay.
I love her, and I want to see her in more stuff. She's the one Wayans I want to see more of, and I don't get to. And then Kamala Harris, she got the chairman award and gave a lengthy speech, and inspiring.
All right.
People, all that. So that's the NAACP award.
Prayer.
Wrap up.
Okay.
And they need prayer. People need prayer. So,
all right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All right. So what else we got going on here?
What you got going on?
Let's see. There were some clips that you sent me that we were going to chat about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I sent you. Okay. So let's see. Let's pivot to some political stuff.
Okay.
We've got ALC. And she's talking about the Republican budget. And it's kind of lengthy, so we'll just go ahead and play it.
There's a fundamental math problem here. There is a constant reiteration of waste, fraud, and abuse. Sure, that's great. What is the identified amount of waste that this committee has identified? Because what the order that's been sent down here is find $880 billion. Not there is $880 billion of waste, fraud, and abuse. It's find $880 billion. And so we have not heard a single concrete number of the amount of waste that's been
I got to pause this because the question for me, where do they get these arbitrary numbers?
Yeah.
$880 billion.
Is that what they need to do what they need to do?
I know, right? Is that? Yeah. It's just.
Is that what it's going to cost to revitalize Gaza?
There you go. Yeah, turn it into
build a hotel. Yeah,
resort community.
Is that it? But if they're looking for money, I could get them $29 billion every year.
Yeah.
Space Force.
Oh.
Get rid of Space Force.
Get rid of Space Force.
That's nothing
what
but
is
waste.
Space Force do? What is Space Force doing?
Can you imagine the fraud? Oh.
I know.
That whole thing was set up for
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody ended it. I don't know why the next administration didn't shut it down.
Why didn't it get shut down?
Yeah.
You know, it didn't make no sense. There was no point for it. They're just doing what NASA was doing.
Right.
And,
so explain, NASA's not obsolete or shut down, right?
No.
So this Space Force it's in competition with NASA.
I don't know what they're doing.
And then you've got Elon Musk and rockets up. It's like all I know the whole rocket affair now.
Yeah. You know, Space Force it's a clown show.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. So she continues on.
We have not heard a single concrete number on the amount of abuse that's been identified. And there's just kind of this vague magic wand around waste, to my colleague from California's point. And waste is being used as a very large word here, because what's being suggested is that long-term care is wasteful in America, that children's health insurance is wasteful in America, that poor people seeing the doctor is a waste, that all of these people are disposable, that the elderly are disposable. So I think the problem here is that the numbers don't add up. The numbers don't add up. $880 billion is a devastating cut to Medicaid, and given that 30% of Medicaid dollars also go to Medicare, it's also an attack on Medicare, to Medicare recipients. And so while I completely understand the idea that there should not be waste, that there should not be fraud, and that there should not be abuse, $880 billion is not that. This is an attack on Medicaid, and anyone who votes on this budget this week is voting to cut Medicaid in America and voting to gut health care for Medicare recipients in America. There's just no other way around it. And with that, I yield back.
All right. AOC is just one of those voices that you just have to listen to. She knows what she's talking about. She's very clear. She's very succinct, and she doesn't play around. It's like it's her voice. And you've got Jasmine Crockett's voice. Jasmine's the fighter. She gonna go in there and handle business. She don't care. Those two are very powerful voices for the Democrats at this point. Although all we can do is listen to them at this point until the tide turns, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of what she said?
Yeah, she's right, what she said. Mm-hmm. It's like, how are you going to say there's $800 billion of waste, but you can't tell me where it is?
You can't tell, yeah.
You got to find it.
I know.
I know it's there. Let's go look in Fort Knox. Maybe it's there. Oh,
right. They're going there, right? Wasn't Trump?
Yeah.
Or did he go?
I'll tell you where the $800 billion of waste is. The military.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they waste so much money in the military. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's one place that they'll never check.
They'll never, the defense budget is.
Defense budget.
That's the largest.
Yeah, because we're the military industrial complex and we have to put money into that. And whatever money that they say they're going to find, it's not coming to us.
Oh, no. No.
And they claim they're going to send us $5,000, but it's so crazy. $5,000 ain't nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And if people...
Let me just remind people, they're going to give you $5,000 when Kamala was going to give you $25,000 for a down payment on a house.
Yes.
So
and now they're talking about
this. You're gonna get giddy over this $5,000.
Yeah.
Are you insane?
And when they're just going to send it to these people, and the problem is that there's some of these fools that are going to get that money and be like, "Oh yeah, that's right, he got me."
Yes.
And people are bought so easy. Like this one dude that we heard on that one reel. You say we're going to get $5,000 in Doge, Dogecoin.
Yeah, Dogecoin.
You stupid.
I'm really tired of my life being in the hands of idiots.
I'm gonna get $5,000 in Dogecoin. That is so dumb. That is so dumb.
It really is, but
it makes it's like. Okay.
Oh you do is laugh. You laugh.
Yeah.
You laugh
That's
to keep
how
from crying.
uneducated these people are walking around in this country. Just don't know what time it is. It's sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. But, there are some tears being shed on a number of news programs across,
But wait, it's not $5,000. It's $250,000. It's $2,500.
Yeah, it's $2,500 if you're an incel.
Yeah.
If you are a couple of loonies, it's $5,000.
Well,
but they're hoping that you become a snitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got to become a snitch
they'll the ones that get the money will be nice enough to let us know if there's any more waste out there.
It's insane.
You idiot.
It's so crazy.
That's so stupid. What are you? I got $5,000. Let me go see what my neighbor's doing.
The kids do say Trump is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I guess this is what they mean.
Well, I saw somebody was at a protest and they had a poster. It was did you see it? The one with Kendrick. He's a cartoon and it says, "Hey Trump, I hear you like him dumb." And
yeah.
To save the DOE, Department of Education.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he does like him dumb.
Yeah.
I like the poorly educated. That's what he said.
Yeah, that has been attached to him. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate, and it's
it is.
But I was saying that there are a few people coming out of the woodworks crying because they lost their job. One lady moved, I believe, to DC from Alabama for her job, and she no longer has it now, and she's very distraught. And she's from Alabama, so
there's
she
quite
voted,
a few
she voted
people.
for Trump.
Yes,
so.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, there are. But you're seeing it on on all the networks except Fox.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
So once Fox starts showing these people, and maybe I don't know if maybe their ratings start tanking a little bit because they're feeling like they're being lied to, and they turn their TVs off like we did. Then maybe the tide we'll know that the tide is turning at that point.
Well, hopefully, before it's too late. So
it's never too late. It's never too late.
Yeah, you're right.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah, keep hope alive.
Lighten up, brother. All right. The next clip that I'm going to show is Amazon bosses are even over across the pond with their bullshit, where they don't answer questions. These people who go in front of these legislative bodies who are being interrogated, they're very masterful in not answering questions, and there's no repercussions for it.
Yeah, you could go in front of Congress and dance around questions all day long.
All day long.
And they'll say, "Okay, thank you for coming."
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. And they're lying.
Yeah.
Or they just... Anywho, this man he's trying with all his might to get this woman and this man to say what they need to say.
You said that's what you hear time and time again from your team. Why have your team in Coventry gone on strike so much?
Important to note that
there's something weird with that sound. I don't know if it's coming through. I don't want to play it anymore because it's squeaking. What?
Yeah.
You think it's that?
It might be.
Absolutely support their right to do that.
That hasn't answered
It's not that. It's weird. Do you hear it?
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Okay. Technical difficulties yet again. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Here's Jasmine Crockett. Let's see if this one plays a little bit. Yeah, that's not any better. Can't even hear. Can't even make that out. Why is that? Huh?
could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Fuck off.
That's it.
Okay. So basically, she was asked, if you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
She gave a direct answer.
Yes. Fuck off. That's all you need to say to him. Mm-hmm. Doesn't that know what other conversation?
Really, because there's no conversation to be had.
There isn't.
Because all you're going to get gaslighted if you get into a conversation with any of these people.
Yeah, there's no point. No point in talking to them. Mm-hmm. And that instead of I'm thinking about MSNBC and all of the anchors that they let go. Jonathan Capehart. I'm going to name them because there's Katie Fang. She no longer has her show. She was one of 2 Asian hosts on the show, and I love seeing Asian representation. I don't think they get in the spotlight enough. I really don't. And I enjoy hearing their perspective and seeing how, things impact them and all of that. So that bothered me. A lot of people are really rallying around Joy Reid. And that there's nothing wrong with that. Her show is her show was huge, and it was on for quite some time, and her voice is obviously going to be missed.
Her show was huge. I really loved her in 2008 when she first hit the airways. Mm-hmm. It was a different time then. As time went on, you start hearing. I got tired of listening to her.
Well,
because and it's not what she. Sometimes it's what she was saying, and we both know, right? Mm-hmm. We hear that this left wing, they're just like the right, and they talk to they sometimes they like to separate themselves from the facts, or they exaggerate to try to make you feel some kind of way.
Right.
And I got tired of them always trying to make me feel some kind of way about something that's happened, to where it gets so disingenuous. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It doesn't, and it's like, this is what's going on. And this Fox, MSNBC is owned by a Republican, right? So it's all part of just trying to get you to feel a certain way and think a certain way, so you'll be opposing to this. And it's like they're literally just trying to get people to be at each other's throats, so they can get ratings over here and they can get ratings over here. And it's more of that control the masses.
That's true.
With division.
That's true.
And that's what they represented. So, okay, so I'm sorry you lost your job, but maybe she'll get more into doing what Don Lemon's doing. I think Don Lemon's having the time of his life, because he's not beholden to nobody.
No, post Don Lemon is living his best life.
He's living his best life right now. He's not beholden to nobody.
Right.
He can cuss anybody out he wants to and do whatever he wants, Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this, though, because Rachel Maddow, she's the constant figure. She's got to come back now. She was her show, we only saw her like once a week. Mm-hmm. And now she's got to be back 5 days a week now. Mm-hmm. Do you think Rachel comes off the same way Joy Reid came off? I know a few times when I watched Joy, there were overstatements or misstatements of things, and all to, the feigning outrage. I got tired of hearing that, just like you were saying, right? When I listened to Rachel kind of brings you along with a narrative. She starts with something, and then she just kind of winds her way. You're getting the background of something. You're not sure where you're going, but you're getting to some point, and then all of a sudden she hits you with what information she's trying to give to you. And it's not in the same manner.
It's not emotional.
It's not emotional.
Yeah.
And
it's just telling a story of facts, and this happened and that happened and that happened.
Yeah.
And this is what it is.
Why can't everybody just do that?
Yeah.
If you're supposed to just be delivering
that's
the
what
facts.
You're supposed to be doing if you're a journalist.
That's it.
You're not supposed to be delivering emotions.
Right. And if Fox News wants to do that, Fox News has a cult following.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And those people are susceptible to that. With the left, it's not so much that we're more free thinking.
And that's what happened when they started leaning towards doing that, trying to get you to be emotional about something, right? Mm-hmm. We're free thinkers, and we're not going to. We don't like that.
Yeah, and we don't want to feel like
we're
that all the time.
Yeah, and we're going to turn it off, right? Because
Absolutely.
I know, okay, what you're saying, I know it's not that exactly, and you're trying to gaslight me into feeling a certain way, so I'm going to turn this off.
Right. And with Fox News, they're saying what these people want to hear. They're validating them. So
they're validating
that's
their
why
racism.
They're gonna, so that they're going to tune in to hear that. Yeah,
they're
I'm right.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's different. It's a whole different ball game.
That is the difference.
Yeah.
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 Yep. And so if you're not preaching racism and hate, and you want people to be emotional about a situation, it's harder to get people's emotions if you're not preaching hate.
Yeah, it is. Hate is a very big driver.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's,
so they were doing.
Fear
MSNBC is doing a lot of fear.
The father of hate.
Yeah,
so, or the mother of hate, whatever.
Yep. So that's interesting. But and I think that's what the change is. And
they're replacing her show with more of the same, really. They're not changing anything. You're gonna have Simone and
but they won't last. They probably won't be there that long.
I can't see it because I can't even tolerate watching that.
Yeah.
That on the weekend.
And it's entertainment. They're not going to be there forever, right? They were there. They were there for a long time. But remember when it first came out, how many different anchors in MSNBC that got let go? Remember the woman, the light-skinned woman with the
Melissa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she said something. Why did they let her go? Because and that's another problem that Democrats got. They say something, you say the wrong thing, and you're gone.
Yeah,
Keith Olbermann.
Yeah.
He says something. Oh, you're gone.
Yeah.
Chris.
They're quick to cancel.
Yeah, quick to cancel.
And it's really unfortunate they cancel. I'm not even gonna go into that because it's just foolishness.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it really is. But I think Joy is going to find a new way of being after MSNBC. And the video that I saw
that she could do, that there's YouTube, there's TikTok, you have all these different. She could do podcasts or whatever, and that's probably what she'll do.
That's probably what she'll do.
A lot of money in it.
Because before she came to MSNBC, wasn't she like running the Griot? Did she found she was a founder of the Griot, right?
It was, I think you're right on that.
Something like that.
Yeah, because they always talk. Yeah, yeah. Because first she used to come in as a pundit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
go
back to your roots.
Look at Roland Martin. You can see Roland Martin every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Roland Martin, the same thing. I like Roland Martin though because he'll go head to head with people and he does bring out facts. But then once again, right? What were they talking about? He was talking about with some brother about the state of black people or whatever.
Yeah,
and that
the minister,
most of us,
the minister of the church that sued the Proud Boys.
Yes,
he had him on his show, and they were talking and
said most black people are poor.
Most black people are poor. Listen, most black people are not poor. 20% of our population is living in poverty. 80% of us are financially doing okay.
Yeah,
so. We really this narrative.
We need to get rid of that narrative.
We really need to get rid of the narrative.
We need to kill that. Stop it.
And that's the problem with the Democratic Party. This narrative that they all want to hold on to.
Yes.
Because he knows better than that.
He knows, yeah.
He absolutely knew better than that.
Both of them people weren't poor on there.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, what did he say? He said that most black people are doing worse than we were doing before civil rights movement.
Wrong.
I know. I'm like, that. Where do you get this from? No.
Yeah.
That's not true. And then, that's not true.
It's not.
Listen, what's happening, the way I understand.
Here's the thing. If you go to the projects, yeah, most black people here in the projects are doing worse than they were. But that's not most black people.
That's not most black. Again, that's 20% of our population. Yes. And it is not to discount what's going on there. We all have to champion people who want to get out of that and to make sure that the schools and everything get what they need so that people can educate themselves and have an opportunity to improve their lives.
And one way to do that is by not telling most black people that most black people are poor. You're just poor. You're just going to unless the government does something for you, you're going to be poor.
Right. That's not our experience. And that's what they're telling the whole world. Yeah. They're spreading this as well.
Yes.
And that's where you get, the more we talk about this stuff, the more we could get in trouble with people.
You not get in trouble with nobody. You sound like a Republican.
It's not that. Okay.
It's the way I see we're just being real.
We're being real. And the bottom line is we live in a capitalist society. And for capitalism to sustain itself, it has to have a certain number of people on the bottom. Mm-hmm. It not just happens to be, but it's been fashioned through systemic racist practices to have most of those people on the bottom be from the black community.
Yes.
You've got trailer parks and all this other stuff. You've got poor Asians, you've got everybody else, but the larger percent, well, yeah, not the larger percent, but
no.
In terms of our population within this country, mm-hmm. we have a larger percent of people that are filling that bottom rung for capitalism.
Yeah.
That's what we're in. And unless, I guess the only person,
that's because of history, to being oppressed and going through what we've been through and all of that. It all is part of that.
It's all a way to keep capitalism
moving.
Yeah. Sustained.
That's why
that you have the systemic incarceration. Yeah. You have Ronald Reagan putting crack cocaine in these communities. Mm-hmm. You have all of this systemic stuff that people have done that they're saying they don't do. Mm-hmm. You have all this going on for capitalism. You have the whole racism thing. It's all a tool. You can see it with Donald Trump. I mean, he knows, and we all know, that racism is ingrained in a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so when you push the right buttons, that stuff is just going to come out. And it's all because people are programmed to believe that. It's part of the fabric of this country. And when somebody can just take it and exploit it, he may not really be a racist.
Well,
in that sense.
No.
I think he's more he's more opportunistic, and he's going to use whatever he can to get the numbers that he needs in order to have the power
to carry out Putin's orders.
Okay, that's it. And that's what the wealthy's always done.
Yeah.
You know? That's what they've always done. So it's
well.
I don't know what we're going to do these next weeks.
It's really this right now, what we're in is really no different than anything else we've been in. The only difference is that all of these people voted for him, and they effed around, and they're finding out because their farms aren't going to make any money. They're getting put off their jobs. They're going to be broke. Employment's going to go up, and they thought it was going to be different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all he has to tell you is that it's going to hurt for a while, but it'll be better. We're just finding waste and fraud so we can pat our own pockets.
And they're buying it and they're believing it.
Yeah.
Which is like,
and it's crazy. And here's the thing: they put up they post a picture of him with a crown. Mm-hmm. The White House does this.
Yeah.
To own, and they say, oh, it's just to own the libs. What kind?
You're supposed to be the president for everyone in this country.
But they don't see the problem.
They don't.
With that.
They don't.
Oh, he just owned it. You don't see the problem with the president of the
United States of America.
The leader of the free world, they call him, with just doing something just to own, just to be a clown. That makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Do something just to get a reaction out of people?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
It's not supposed to.
It's supposed to be serious business.
Exactly. It's supposed to be serious business for the people.
For the benefit of the people, whether they voted for you or not.
And one thing I hate, I said it before, I'll say it again. If I hear one more person say, the American people voted for this, no. Some of the American people voted for it.
But you know, both sides do that. Both sides do that, and it's always made me insane.
I know. They just lump you it all together. American. No. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for none of that.
Didn't vote for Elon.
No, I did. Oh, but they did. Oh, they getting pretty hot about that though. They was at the Capitol building or somewhere. Yeah. They was talking about Elon got to go.
Yeah, they're protesting outside of Tesla.
Yes, outside of Tesla and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. None of it the only sense you could make out of this is that they trying to rob you blind.
Yeah.
This country, they're going to rob this country blind, and they're breaking down the government. It's not going to be the United States anymore. And these people call themselves patriots. Mm-hmm. And they're rooting for a monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
It make sense.
Yep. What about the woman that got dragged from the was it a city council meeting?
Oh, it was something.
Yes, it was a city council. It was a Republican town hall, and in Idaho.
Yeah, and I watched that. But then you got to think, it starts off with she's sitting quiet, not saying nothing. But they wouldn't have came for her to pull her out unless she wasn't saying something. And at some point, if they tell you to leave, you got to get up and leave. You can't be unruly. And we don't know, right? But why were they pulling her out?
Well, for one thing, when you have a town hall, you're the audience is part of that discussion. So if she is making a comment and she's trying to say,
but we don't know if it was just a comment or if she made a comment and she kept going on and she was disruptive and making it so she had to be removed. They didn't just remove her just because she was a white lady. So they're not going to just remove her just because, right?
Yeah.
I know she was speaking out.
She was speaking out. She was responding to the speaker that was on stage, questioning him, like a lot of these people are doing now to these representatives of Trump that they voted for and sent to Congress. They're coming back to these people, and the people are asking them questions, and they're being gaslighted. And the people are saying, "Wait a minute, I don't want to hear none of this crap. You're not being straight with us." And I believe that's what she was trying to do.
Did you see the video before they pulled her out? How much of that video did you see?
I saw when she was talking to him, and she goes, "Is this a lecture or is this a town hall?" So they were talking back and forth to her, or back and forth to each other. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden he's just like, he doesn't want to engage with her anymore. And then he starts talking about how people are being disruptive and this and that because she's challenging him. And then that's when the sheriff comes and tries to get her to leave. And he lies and said that he didn't do it or something, but you see it all on camera. You see exactly what he does. He's trying to grab her, but he couldn't grab her. And then he calls the security folks over, and then they're, being very forceful with her. So I'm just wondering, what our white feminist friends are going to do when they see their sister being treated in such a way.
They don't care.
I mean,
white people don't care. They're liberal. You're a liberal. Liberals are the worst people on earth.
Well, around her, all of the women, most of the women there were standing up for her, but they didn't. They had their cameras out and they were like, "Leave her alone. Don't touch her." They were doing that, but they didn't get physically involved. Mm-hmm. But they were verbally, expressing their concern for what was happening. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's their problems.
Well, we're all in this same leaky boat. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, we're all in this leaky ass boat. Mm-hmm. Being I
mean, a lot of these people, they're not over here in Yucca Valley, in California.
Yeah, Yucca Valley.
That's all Trump.
Yeah.
That's all Trump. And they up there, they is hot.
That's true.
They're like, this is not, yeah.
But that's California.
Oh, and I heard, yeah. If there was another place somewhere else, I heard some congressman saying, just plan for your life or something. Because the woman was complaining about getting fired from her job, and you just got to make a life plan. And she was a life plan. I had a plan. That's what I was doing, what I was supposed to do. And so, but now they're going to be like, "Oh, well, you should have planned for your life better." But she was probably a professional woman, has a degree, and had this freaking job.
Yeah, well,
and some freaking 12-year-old with a laptop came and kicked her out.
Well, FO. That's what we're living in right now. FA.
Well, it's pretty bad.
It is.
You have Trump siding with another thing. We knew this was going to happen the whole time. Every time Trump said, "If I was president, there wouldn't have been a war,"
I hear that.
It's because he would have just given them up. He would have said, here, you can do what you want with Ukraine. And that's what he's doing now. This is so bad, people.
It's very bad.
The president of the United States is a Russian asset. He is totally doing Russia's work.
Well, latest is that Zelensky is going to come and sign the deal.
Yeah.
I guess he's decided that the United States can get some money out of their minerals and stuff, a certain amount, not the amount that Trump initially wanted, but they've apparently made some kind of agreement.
And from what I heard, they didn't include any guaranteed security.
I heard that there was, because he wasn't gonna
he wouldn't sign it unless he gets some type of security.
Some sort of
the first one had no security.
Right, the first one did not.
But what's a guarantee from Trump?
I know, right?
Be for real now.
Yeah, you better make
security.
Sure.
Oh, I told him not to mess with you, but he said you did something, and he said it forcefully, so I believed him. What's the guarantee from Trump?
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Yeah,
that is so bad. It's so sad, and he was asked if he's going to give the Russian oligarchs a gold card. And he said, yeah, sure, why not? I know some Russian oligarchs. They're pretty nice guys.
He ain't even playing. He is. He's playing in our faces. That's what he's doing.
It doesn't matter. It's in 2016 when he got elected, one of the first things he did was bring those two Russian diplomats into the Oval Office.
Right.
And they clowned like, oh, they were up there laughing and everything. And he was like, so what? I did it because Putin wanted me to.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it at that fucking moment, y'all are fucking stupid.
Okay. So.
It doesn't make any sense. That's all you needed. That's all you needed to see. And for him, the way they responded, and they came out of that room with their chest out and disrespectful to Americans while they did it, laughing. And if you didn't get it then, that Trump is a freaking Russian asset, you
didn't want it.
You didn't want it. You're stupid.
Well,
makes no sense.
You saw some benefit in it for you.
Yeah, that's what it was. Saw some benefit. Oh, you know what? Russia doesn't have a race problem.
Right.
All right, let's do what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
That's the most important thing. Okay. Well, we're gonna end on that note.
On what note? That Trump is a Russian asset?
Yeah, I guess we should.
Okay.
Well, I will say this. We're going to end on the fact that my blog, This Side of the Apple, did very, very well these past few days getting visitors or viewers, readers, because there is a list of Black-owned businesses. If you are participating in the boycott, there are lists. I wrote a list of links to Black-owned businesses that you can patronize by just going to their site and buying their stuff. These are, I got them off of actually Roland Martin's site. I got most of them from there. I will be making a second list this weekend. I'll just scour the internet and see if I can find some other stuff. I already have a few that I know I'm going to add. So a lot of people found benefit in that. And I saw where folks who visited, it really did drive folks over to a lot of those businesses. So I was really happy to see that. because, I'm all about trying to do something. Trying to do something to help and to not just sit here and whine and mire in despair where we're at. Because you just got to, do what you can when you can. So that's part of it. And also, are we still going to join the NAACP?
Yeah.
We are? Okay.
Well, what the hell?
Okay.
Go to a meeting. I want to go to an NAACP meeting and see what it's all about.
Okay. We'll see. We will do it and we will let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you for spending this hour with us.
Thank you.
Honey WTF podcast. We will see you all next time.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, I always forget that.
And be sure to see the next one.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.